into our powder collection. This is my smaller collection. It's actually gotten smaller this year because I've been using things and I've decluttered unnecessary things, you know. So let's start with the loose powders, and we'll do the pressed powders, and we'll do the finishing powders. So loose powders, we have the Fenty Beauty loose powder in the shade Butter. Love this. We'll definitely repurchase. And there's Milk Makeup Blur and Set, and this is in the shade Translucent Medium. This actually works really good with my skin tone, so I'm super impressed with that. As you can see, she's still pretty full. A lot came in this. Very excited about that. Which gives me more to use out of it. More fun, more good looks, good complexion days. We have the Jaclyn Hill x Robin Sheer Fair powder. This is actually pretty good too. I usually take out the shifters because it makes it easier for me to use the product. Because I use this giant Real Techniques sponge, which, like, look at that. You see that? Gets the whole face. Perfect. And then a newer setting powder. Well, it's kind of new, but not new. It's the Hard Candy Chilling Wonder Powder. If you really like the Set and Refresh one from Becca, this is your closest dupe for that. And it's in the shade. Tell me the shade. I'm pretty sure this is like translucent. I don't know why it's not saying on here. Anyway, but it's like, there's like no color to it. And if it is, that's just light. So, I don't have any problems with it. It just goes down like a normal translucent. I think it's light, to be honest with you. But I don't really notice too much of a change when I apply it, so it doesn't change much. Like this. Recommend it. Because if you've been here long enough, you know I was going through the Becca Set and Refresh. Loved it. So I'm glad I found this closest dupe I found so far. We have the Vise Art setting powder, and this is in the shade. Why do they don't have to put the shade down here? This is the translucent one. That's the white. Usually white is translucent. That's why I'm thinking this is shade light. But this one is, we are more than halfway used up. There's Huda Beauty Cupcake. I actually like this. I just don't like the mesh in there. I wonder if I can. Oh, I already took that out. So I opened it up wrong. Okay, so I actually already took out the mesh in that, so I gotta open it like this. That's gotta be careful opening my powders. Then we have Too Faced Born This Way. This is translucent. This has a lot of product in it. Super happy about that. This is still 90% full, 95% full. It's the Laura Mercier Translucent. This has always been a holy grail. Those are my setting powders. So let's go to press. I only have 3 pressed. We have the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powder. It's a setting powder for me. But I've hit pan on it. I think this was, it's in the shade Fairlight, but I can't remember if this was a repurchase or not. Then we have the Urban Decay All Nighter, definitely a repurchase, and we'll always repurchase. And it says, it's like supposed to be a universal, but it's not. This is my newer one I recently opened, and it does say, like, if your foundation's too light but you need it to go one shade darker, this is your friend right here. that will do it. And now I have Yin Yang setting powders. This will make it one shade darker, right? Now you have a foundation that's a tad too dark. You need to go one shade lighter. Jaclyn Hill Translucent Setting Powder is the way to go. This will make it one shade lighter, which I will repurchase this too, by the way. Love it. These two will always be a must in my collection. Okay, now we're on to finishing powders. I love Shimmer Glowy. Okay, I love glowy finishing powders. I like a glowy base. So let's start with the OG. Is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Powder shade Sunlit. That's all over my pants. What a mess. But look at that pan. And I have been using this like religiously all year. Definitely will repurchase. The Jouer one, I don't have it right now, but you can get it on Beauty Bay if you love it. I have 2 in my cart because that's a necessity. Okay, we have Physicians Formula Bitter Butter. It says Translucent Glow. This is gorgeous on the face. We have Bounce Buff. This is a glowy setting powder. It's my loose one. Then we have Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Skin Fetish Blurring Under Eye Powder, shade light, but I use it all over the face as a finishing powder. Love it. And I would repurchase this, yes. And the last one is Huda Beauty 01 Fair Luminous Pressed Powder. Makes a great finishing powder. I would definitely repurchase this, but I would go one shade darker what this is. But I love it. So in total for setting powders, I have 16 setting powders all collectively together. That's actually not too bad. And I tend to go through my setting powders. And with looking at things, I could probably use up 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I almost forgot my Jeffree Star setting powder. So I actually have 17 setting powders. And with how I'm looking at things, I can go to 2, 4. I can probably go through 5 setting powders this year. Yeah. I really do be going through my setting powders. Alright, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.